Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode AFC North Playoff Edition, going down the line.
Sam Schneider repping the fucking Bengals in LA.
Dave Green, Browns guy.
Jan Davis-Houghton, Ravens.
Chris Atkins, the lone AFC North representative, the Steelers.
Fuck off.
All right, so we're going to leave it to you guys first, talking about the game. Sam, you want to kick that off?
Yeah, sure. I've been trying not to talk about this at all for the last 3 or 4 days. I'm not watching hardly any videos. I'm not reading a whole lot of shit on Reddit. But you know, I guess I'll start from the back end and move forward. Obviously, the penalty on Pac-Man Jones was the real killer at the very end. Kind of sucks because I think it should have been an offsetting penalty with Joey Porter being on the field in the middle of a bunch of Bengals. Word is they gave him a game ball after the game for kind of goading us into doing something stupid and
being victimized. We gave him the ball from being victimized.
Victimized.
Whatever it was, it fucking worked. And the flag on Pac-Man was thrown, for all you conspiracy theorists out there, the flag was thrown by the brother of a man who was fired from the Bengals, who then went to coach for the Steelers.
Holy shit.
That was the field judge who was standing there that threw the flag on Pac-Man and did not throw a flag on Joey Porter. So, just something for you guys to mull out there.
Wow. I mean, like Pac-Man Jones making up that hit on Antonio Brown. It's like, I believe that shit's CGI. Dude, Pac-Man Jones is such a fucking asshole. I'm sorry.
We love him. He's been the heart and soul of our team.
Yeah, you love him until he got that 15-yard penalty.
Right. But again, it should have been an offsetting call. So I'll go backward to before that. The real killer, everybody's talking about penalties, what was called, what wasn't called. The real killer was Jeremy Hill fumbling the ball with under 2 minutes to go. Pittsburgh had a lot of timeouts. There's a bunch of different ways you can play that. The number one way is, I'm okay if you run it. You got to hold on to the fucking ball. Yeah. I mean, you got to wrap that thing up. And he's had fumbling issues this season. But, of course, we saw Gio was out on a no call for the game. And so Jeremy was the only one to hold the rock. The way I look at it is they had timeouts, but you could have knelt down 3 times on that end of the field. You could have possibly kicked a field goal. You could have done a pooch punt. Either way, the Pittsburgh Steelers end up with no timeouts and about a minute left to go. So, you know, that bothers me. And then the biggest one, which I don't hear a lot of people talking about, that really pisses me off, was Hugh Jackson or maybe Marvin Lewis's bullshit play call for the 2-point conversion after we scored the touchdown.
Yeah.
A totally vanilla play, a lateral to Jeremy Hill, who, besides the 38-yard gain he had earlier in the game, the rest of the game, 11 rushes, 12 yards. And you're going to fucking throw a lateral in the flat to him on a 2-point conversion. It's absolutely ridiculous. You get that 2-point conversion, now all of a sudden you're up 3, and even if what happened happens, the Steelers are going for a tie. You know what I mean? Unless they're throwing to the end zone.
You got to get it to Eifert right there, or AJ.
I think a design play to Eifert would have been good. You know, I don't know if they weren't confident with AJ McCarron throwing a fade.
He didn't do a lot in that game.
What's that?
AJ Green did not do a lot in that game.
5 catches for somewhere around 50 yards, about the same for Tyler Eifert. I mean, the catch for the touchdown was pretty huge. But for the most part, you know, for the first half plus, our offense was completely bottled up. I mean, our total yards at halftime was ridiculously low.
It was the weather. The way I saw it, it was the weather. That
By the way, I forgot to mention, Vontaze Burfict got fined $500,000 today because it rained in Cincinnati on Saturday.
He almost killed Brown.
Wasn't that $500,000?
No,
I was about to say.
I'm just kidding that he got fined. I'm just kidding that he got fined for the rain, just like everything else.
It's like, all right. Because I know he got fined for that $50K. Got fined $50K for that hit on Max Williams in the last Ravens game.
Right.
Fucking, I hate Perfect. I hate Pac-Man. I fucking hate both of them. And the fact that Marvin Lewis wasn't able to keep them under control, like. Fuck.
No, that's
one thing I like about
them to keep them.
No, I get that, but like, I mean, that's also a reflection on the coach, in my opinion. That's just me.
Something I saw that I did like from you guys is that of all the reasons you can come up with that the Bengals lost that game, McCarron was not one of them. he still played a solid game for that being his first.
The second half he did. That first half he had 2 passes back to back that were drops.
Yeah.
They slipped out of his hand.
Yeah.
He was going without a glove on his hand, and then he
pick-
went to
the
the
pick
glove
to
on.
Blake
multiple
was-
fumbles and a pick.
The
I
pick to
wouldn't
Blake
call
was
that-
ugly.
I wouldn't say you
just
can't
say
blame
it.
him for anything. You know what I mean?
But the first one, that was way underthrown.
Right.
Way.
Oh yeah. Some of those balls were like, what are you throwing? Where are you going with
And
it?
again, it was pouring down rain, so the fumbles. I mean, you know, it could have been slippery. They got a glove on his hand, and then he fumbled again and took it back off. So the fuck difference does that make? So yeah, I can't fault him too much for it because the weather could have had something to do with it. But I'm not willing to, you know, give anybody the out just because it was fucking raining.
Yeah.
Playing rain all the time.
Yeah. So what is your input on this?
Well, first, since no one else is going to say it, I want to say it. I see you're still wearing your jersey over there after a divisional loss. But if you want, I'll give you a chance to keep it. If you want. We got some.
What is this fucking let's make a deal?
We had some fans send us a gift for the first time here, and I got a special one for you. It's up to you. You can keep your jersey
What the fuck is this?
What's happening now?
if you'll enjoy a Roethlisberger.
Oh,
You can have the fucking
wow.
jersey, he says. Keep your Big Ben cooking. And he shot. Oh, shit. Shit's flying like snow here, people.
I'm still gonna have one myself.
He's got more. It's okay. There's another one.
I'm gonna have myself here.
That's shout outs to that's LA Sweets, is it not?
This is LA Sweets, a huge fan of ours. These Steelers jersey cookies, I don't know if you guys can see this, but very cool, very tasty. Have one myself here.
You enjoy that.
Check her out if you're in Washington, PA.
Absolutely. If you're in Washington, PA, shout or give her a shout. Give her a shout. So this game here, you guys really gave this one away. I mean, it was a hard fight. It was a tough
It
nose.
was such a
You gave
battle.
it away first, and then we gave it away.
This was a hard-nosed game. I mean, it was a tough one. The rain, just like I said last week in the show, the rain played a huge factor in this game. And it played more in the running game more so than the passing game. It seemed like we both were still passing pretty effectively, but the rushing yards just were not there in this game like I thought they would be.
Yeah, like he was saying earlier, we were talking like the rush defense on the Bengals was like
It was poor in the first half, but they
Yeah.
had great pass coverage.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it just rotated. There's no way your running back should have put up, 70, 80 yards on them in the first half?
Yeah.
Garbage.
Martavis Bryant. So after being called out by Ben last week on Ben's radio show, he absolutely responded with an amazing game, and I'll go ahead and say it, one of the best catches I've seen. Full stop. I mean, I'm not going to say of the playoffs. I'm not going to say of the season. That's one of the best catches I've seen. Period. He caught it
Oh, the crotch
upside
catch?
down,
The crotch
upside
catch.
down,
Crazy.
behind him,
On his
between
butt
his
cheeks.
legs.
I
Yeah.
totally thought that was gonna get
On a
called back, and when it
360.
wasn't, I was like, "Holy shit, they're holding this up."
The reason it didn't is because he kept it secure to his
His
body
body.
the entire
All the way
time.
through the catch.
Amazing catch. That's the best catch I've seen.
That's
in
some
a long time.
OBJ shit.
He only missed one target in that game as well. So again, huge rebound game for Martavis Bryant. Although the rest of the offense, we kind of struggled, especially on third downs. We only converted 2 third downs in that entire game. And towards the end there, it started to get a little scary because we weren't that effective. Then Ben goes down, Bones Jones comes in and throws a pick right off the bat.
Yeah.
But the defense really hung in there this game. And, I'm not going to say anything bad about Ryan Shazier the rest of the season here. I've talked bad about him a few times. He has been amazing the past few weeks, especially in this game here. And Boswell with ice in his veins, 14 seconds left, kicks the game winner in the pouring rain in a winner-go-home game.
I mean, here's the other thing. Is like, I mean, again, Ravens. I have no dog in this fight. But man, just the dirtiness that I saw coming out of Cincinnati, like Burfict, like kneeling and like on Big Ben whenever he went down, like that was some shit.
Yeah.
And then like that.
Well,
hit on
Ben
Brown.
himself came out and said it wasn't dirty.
Yeah, he said it wasn't dirty. It's like, but it was just like, I mean, it still looked fucking dirty. And then the hit on Antonio Brown, like that dude spun. And then for Pac-Man to sit there and think that he was like winking and faking.
No, the way he went down, I mean, that's a classic concussion, like freeze up and then just fall out. I
Yeah.
mean, as soon as he got hit, he
He
was out.
locked up
Yeah.
in air. You could see there was nothing left to the guy.
Jesus. And for like Pac-Man to sit there, he should win a Grammy. Motherfucker, you don't win Grammys for acting. You're an idiot.
He should win a ring for that.
Oh, man.
Wow.
No Grammys.
Jesus.
No Grammys required.
I know you didn't want to say anything bad about Ryan Shazier, but I'll go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
Fucking crown to the helmet to the face mask, no call. Clearly launched upwards into Gio. I think that's a shitty fucking play. So that's the one bad thing I'll throw out there.
It was
That's the
tough. It was tough. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it was in any way blatant. I think it was a tough hit for him to put down. Was it legal? Was it illegal? I won't say either way.
You said on Saturday, I looked down the bar at you and I said that wasn't legal, wasn't
After
it?
a few beers, it looked kind of good. It looked pretty good to me.
Okay, everything looks great after a few beers.
By the way, just so you guys know, we were all like the three of us. He was out, but we watched the game at the same place at Bengals West at 5 Line. First of all, like I was really impressed by like that bar. Like that was a great bar.
That is
So
a
if you're
great
there,
bar.
It's a really great bar.
Really is. Really is.
And great fans.
So, if we can, are you guys ready to move on? Because we have got a lot of stuff to talk about with the Browns as well.
America's team.
America's team. And you all can hashtag that shit. Fuck Dallas.
So, Browns got a brand new head coach as of yesterday.
I like to thank
Who did they get?
I like to thank the Bengals for Mr. Hugh Jackson, who I honestly think he's the right guy for this job. I was a big fan of Patricia going into the search. I think I even mentioned it on here. We wanted Patricia. Watching the press conference today and watching the way the guy just dominated the room with personality, the thought process that they have in, I really think that this is a good combination that we've got going into this. He wants to be a part of something special, something that's going to change and revolutionize football, which we're about to do in Cleveland.
I think
What does he need to do different?
Well,
I mean,
that's the thing. Is
Hugh
like,
Jackson, nothing. He has to be himself.
okay, I see what you're saying.
8-8 in Oakland with Jack fucking shit. Like how many years ago? 3 years ago.
Jack
Yeah.
fucking shit was a horrible quarterback.
Oh my god. See, here's the thing today.
Utah,
is like,
right? Utah State.
the Browns are going to be really the Browns are such a curiosity to me right now. It's like because you got a baseball guy who's big on analytics. You got the Moneyball guy. And now you've got Hugh Jackson, the OC, who at one point in time coached for the Raiders. He was a quarterback coach for the Ravens. I mean, like he's got some history in the AFC North, most definitely. And that's really fascinating to me. I mean, I'm not even a Browns fan by any means, but it's like this could be a fascinating team to watch.
I think he knows what it takes to win inside the AFC North. You know, having played or coached on the Ravens, coached over here in Cincinnati. He knows what those scumbags are about. He knows what it takes. I think it's still too early. You know, he just got the job today, so let's give it a couple of weeks. Let's see who he brings in as the coordinators. Let's see what he gets, to be the line coaches and all of that jazz. And then let's make a better, fair assumption of where we think we're heading as a franchise. I just think he's the right guy, though, just the way the press conference went.
And that's when you find out if Johnny Football is still going to be part of
Exactly.
the operation.
Yeah.
There have been some rumors out there
Billy
that,
Football.
that are saying that Hugh said he didn't want Johnny he didn't want to be stuck with him. But that's all just kind of reported by a source. So
Yeah, exactly.
we'll see how true that really is.
Yeah. I really do think that like Hugh Jackson is I think you're right. I think Hugh Jackson is the right choice for that team. So that's me.
I can't wait to see what we do come draft day.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a lot of players on the move.
What
I
if
think
the
we're
Browns
moving
actually
draft picks, too.
drafted well?
so if he's a quarterback coach, do you expect him to go quarterback first round, regardless of Billy?
I would imagine they are.
Hell no.
No?
There's not a fucking quarterback in this draft worth a top 5 pick or a top 10 pick. You can say Goff is the most ready NFL-wise, but he's already hit his ceiling from what I've seen. Lynch, he's got a ways to go. I mean, his ceiling's a lot higher than what Goff's is, but neither one's a top 10 pick.
Well, we already saw earlier this season that McCown has proved to be a pretty good
Right.
stopgap. He got hurt, but he was having a really good season prior to that. So you would think he could give you another year or two. Maybe you take quarterback late, somebody you still think you can develop.
The kid from is in North Dakota, Wentz. That's a kid that you can develop. I think you can put Connor Cook on the bench and develop him over a year or two. But as far as the other two guys go, the talent level that they played against is nowhere near the talent level that AJ McCarron played against at Alabama. or Braxton Miller plays against with Ohio State.
Right.
That talent level, you can't compare Pac-10 to Big Ten. It's leaps and bounds above.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, all right. So, moving on. Again, a lot of exciting news on the Browns front. Ravens wise, we really didn't. It was kind of a slow news week for us. So let's move on to this Steelers Broncos game that's coming up. So I'll let you take the floor here.
Excited and worried about this game. The one thing I'm excited about is to see two teams that actually, in my opinion, are very similar. I think we both have the explosive offenses. If Peyton plays and if Ben plays, I mean, those are two legendary quarterbacks going at it in the playoffs against each other again. Their secondary is hands down better than ours, and that hopefully will not come out to be the difference. In the last game, we got the best of them, blanked them in the second half, which I'm hoping we can do again. But again, if Peyton's playing, I'm not looking forward to blanking him in any half of football.
Do you see this game coming down between Ben and Peyton? I mean, if Antonio Brown doesn't go, which they're saying he more than likely won't, it's Ben versus Peyton, and your quarterback has what, a torn shoulder? Separated?
Separate. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you're looking mostly at probably Jones going in.
There's still hope. There's still hope that Ben's going to play.
Jones!
And again, if he does play, then hopefully, I mean, because Peyton's not 100% either. I mean, let's not forget, he's just coming back. This could come down to guys knowing how to win big games. Peyton and Ben both have 11 playoff wins. Peyton has 8 more playoff losses. Now, one of Ben's 5 playoff losses, don't think I forgot about this, came at the hands of Timmy Tebow a few years ago with that overtime ball. I remember where I was, like I watched it happen in slow motion. The game earlier this season, Sanders and Brown both exploded. Sanders with 180 and 1 touchdown, Brown with 190 and 2 touchdowns. I think it'll probably be pretty similar to that. I'd like to see Shazer, Mitchell lock down Thomas in this game. Shazer, I think, can be the difference maker in this football game. If he continues to play like he has. In the past 3 weeks, 33 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, Partridge and a paratree. I mean, he's had an amazing last 3 games here. I see the Steelers taking this one 28-24 in Denver.
28-24 in Denver. All right, Sam? Wow.
You know, I'm still looking at Denver's defense and their pass rush all this season. You know, Pittsburgh's been better against the rush. But you know, we certainly got to the quarterback quite a bit on Saturday. I look for Denver to do a lot of the same. And I think even with Ben, I think Pittsburgh's going to have a hard time scoring. So I'm going to call this 20-9 Denver.
20
Wow.
Ooh, very nice.
20-9 Denver.
I think
They're going to keep us out of the end zone?
Yeah.
That's just bitterness.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think this one is going to come down to time of possession and your halftime adjustments with turnovers. I think if Ben goes, Pittsburgh's going to pull it out 27-20. If Ben doesn't go, Pittsburgh's getting beat 13-20. I don't see Denver putting up more than 20 with Peyton or without Peyton.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. So from my perspective, I mean, I think the Denver just is stout, and I think that I agree with you that if Ben plays, and he plays like Ben, then yeah, they have a chance. I don't say it's 27-20 like you. I think if Ben plays, I think that Pittsburgh could pull this out, but I think it's going to be a lot tighter. I think it's going to be like 23-21. Like, I think it's going to be a battle. I really, really do. Because without Antonio Brown against the pass rushers, even with Martavius Bryant, and even with the pass rush, the run of D'Angelo Williams, etc. Like, that's still like I'm still afraid of that front. I think that if Ben plays, it's 23-21. I think if Ben doesn't play, I gotta agree. I think if Ben doesn't play, I'm not gonna say 20-9, but I will say that I think it's gonna be like 20-14, or actually I think it's gonna be 21-14 if Ben doesn't play. Okay. I think that literally you're gonna have touchdown. But I agree with you on the second half part, and here's why. I think that in the second half, if the Broncos are down in the second half, going to the second half, Peyton's going to go in that locker room. He's going to fire everybody up.
Yeah.
And you are looking at what could be a decimation. You could have he could go in there and be
This
like, guys,
literally
what we're
could be
gonna do.
his last run at a
Peyton,
season.
Exactly.
Peyton joined Elway's team for a reason.
Yeah.
He wants to go out exactly how Elway
That's
did.
exactly what it is.
That's why he's in Denver right now.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if the Broncos are down in halftime, don't count them out. I think they're literally going to come back, and they're going to be beasts. I'm with you. If Ben plays, I think it's going to be 23-21. If he doesn't play, it's going to be I think it's going to be 21. I want to say 21-14. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know how to put that on the graphic, but I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, where you going to be for this game?
Oof. I gotta go to Gabe's for this one.
Yeah.
Gotta go to my home.
You're not going to go to Hooters?
Gotta go to home base for this one. I'll be at Gabe's on Sepulveda out here in LA.
All right. We have no dog in this fight, so we have no idea where we're going to be. But as always, make sure you follow us on Twitter at AFC Northerners. Redditors, we fucking love you. We know it's been a tough season for everybody who's not in the playoffs now. And check us out next week, Thursday, 9 a.m. right here. AFC Northerners, we're going to sign off as we always do with Fuck the Patriots! Next week, guys.
Don't forget to pay those officials, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, buddy. Let's get Joey Porter a damn helmet, too.
Yes.
He's going to be on the
Yes.
field.
I will take Joey Porter.
All right, guys. Have a good one.